A very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News here on Channel 1 MTV. I'm Ramesh Irugal Bandara. We start off with a look at your headlines. Rejecting the preliminary objections filed against the petition challenging the appointment of officials to the UNP, court grants leave to proceed with the case. Power Minister requests people to use electricity sparingly during the night. And Sri Lanka's High Commissioner to hold talks with the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. On to those stories in detail now. Rejecting the preliminary objections filed against the petition challenging the appointment of officials to the United National Party, court granted leave to proceed with the case. It was the UNP leader and the General Secretary who raised objections to the petition filed by United National Party's Southern Provincial Councillor Maitri Gunaratna. Provincial Councillor Maitri Gunaratna filed the petition before the Nugegoda District Court, charging that the leaders of the party had appointed officials violating the party constitution. In the preliminary objection, the respondents note that the petitioner has no legal right to file such a petition as he is not a member of the party. After hearing the submission of both parties, Nugegoda District Judge Champa Janaki Jairatna granted leave to proceed. She held that there were no restrictions which bar Maitri Gunaratna from filing such a petition. It was also held that Maitri Gunaratna is in fact a member of the United National Party. On this occasion too, the United National Party is attempting to stall for time. They came here with baseless objections and tried to postpone the case. They are trying to weaken our campaign against the government and our campaign which aims to strengthen the opposition. We cannot continue this with opposition leader Ranil Wickremesinghe. Minister of Power and Energy Partli Champika Ranawaka has urged the public to use electricity sparingly during the evening hours. The minister points out that a large expense is being incurred by the ministry as electricity has to be generated through thermal power plants.
Due to the prevailing dry weather conditions in the island, the water levels in the hydropower reservoirs have decreased. According to Minister Champika Ranawaka, the water levels in the reservoirs have reduced to about 25% of capacity. The most affected reservoirs are Victoria, Lakshapana, Mouse, Calais and Castlereagh.
ඇත්තටම සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ජල විදුලිය නිපදවලා කෙනෙක්ගේ ගෙදරට ගෙනියන්න රුපියල් 6ක් විතර අපිට වැය වෙන්නේ.
Generally, we have to incur a cost of around 6 rupees to generate 1 unit of power and distribute it to a house. When you look at thermal power, it costs between 30 and 50 rupees. That is why we are especially urging the public to use it sparingly. We charge only 3 rupees from persons who use very little electricity. We charge 13 rupees from those who use an average amount of electricity. When we generate a unit of electricity for 50 rupees and supply it for 13 rupees, we have to incur a huge loss. It's the people who will have to finally bear the cost. So we kindly request the public to control the use of power as much as possible during the 4 hours between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. The minister urged all local government heads to ensure that street lamps are lit only between the hours of 7 p.m. and 5 a.m. We especially urge the chairman of Pradesh Sabhas and mayors of municipal councils to light street lamps only between 7 p.m. and 5 a.m. A large amount of electricity is wasted because of this. To minimize this wastage, turn on these lamps only during this period. If not, it's a heinous crime. It's like burning money when we generate an electricity unit at 50 rupees. Meanwhile, the minister also stated that the technical problems faced by thermal power plants will be solved speedily.
Sri Lanka's High Commissioner to India, Prasad Kariyasam, says that he is hoping to have discussions with the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalitha Jairam. The High Commissioner added that the main aim of the discussion will be to create better cooperation between Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu. He further stated that a date for the discussion will be decided within the next couple of days, and he believed that the discussions would be held in Tamil Nadu. Construction activities of the 2012 Dietical exhibition commenced today. The Oyamadu area in Anuradhapura will host the next Dietical exhibition. Work on the 2012 Datakirula exhibition commenced following blessings being obtained from the Jai Shri Mahabodhi. The religious observances were conducted under the auspices of the chief incumbent of the Ruanwali Saya, Venerable Pallegama Hemarathan Thera. Many state officials, including the Minister of Telecommunications and Information Technology, Ranjit Siembalapitiya, and Governor of the North Central Province, Karunaratna Devulkani, were present at the occasion. The 2012 Datakirula will be staged in a 2,000-acre plot of land belonging to the National Livestock Development Board in the Oyamadu area in Anuradhapura. Development projects to the value of 20,000 million rupees will also take place in Anuradhapura in line with the Datakirula program. Under these development programs, the infrastructure facilities of 702 Grama Seva divisions within the Anuradhapura district will be developed in 6 months. Farmers lament that 1,000 acres of paddy land in the Ambalantota and Mamadala areas have started to wither due to the lack of water. They point out that even though the relevant officials were informed of this on numerous occasions, they are yet to receive a sufficient amount of water for these fields.
Paddy land in Ambalantota, Mamadala and the surrounding areas which come under the purview of the Murabasihena Divisional Office of the Mahawali Authority are cultivated using water from the Udavalava Reservoir. The farmers point out that even though their cultivations are thriving at present, they haven't received water for nearly 15 to 20 days. It is through the Mahawali project that water is supplied to these fields.
Around 1,000 hectares of land have dried up without water. Farming families have been rendered completely